I have some black thread in my top, and then I have a minty teal in the bottom. All I'm doing is basting on here, and I can pull that out later easily. So the neckband, let's start with preparing that. We need to fold the neckband in half, long ways or hot dog ways, so that it lays nicely. So now what you want to do is, we know this is going to be the back of the neck. This will come forward, so you can fold that like that. Fold that one, and then bring this one and fold that one as well. And this is how the V-neck is done for the P.S. I Love You. Is just one over the other. It's not sewn together at the front. I'm going to take that off. We're going to match up these four corners together, just like that. Actually take this and maybe throw it here. And then you want to baste from maybe here to here, right to the corner and over, just to hold that together and keep it nice and crisp for when we put it onto our neckband. We're going to open our shirt up, find our V in the front. We're going to baste about the same distance on that. And then, just like most V-necks, you're going to clip right into that V, almost to that stitching line. It's harder to see here, but just to help release that a little bit and help it open up more. And this is where we can finally start pinning these together. So you want these to kind of almost diamond here, because this is going to lay flat along here, and this is going to lay flat along this side. So it's almost going to create a little diamond with that cut, that snip into your seam allowance. You want to try to make sure everything lays as flat as possible. Bring this here. It almost is going to kind of pucker up in the middle, and it looks really crazy because it needs that to be able to then turn, and once it's all stitched, be able to lay flat. I think I can actually. And now your V is basted together. It's going to lay hopefully nice and flat. I can see my stitches, but those will pull out when we're done. What you can do now is kind of bring this to a point so that you fold your neckband in half. This is how you're going to find your quarter points now. So nice and gently, don't tug either side. pull it back, and now this is my center back point. So I'm going to move this clip right on top of it. And then I can lay this out. My neckband's going the correct way. I know that's my center point. I can line up my two shoulders here. Do the same thing without pulling either side. Just let them match up to each other. Find your center point. Put this center point with it. Clip them together. So now you have at least your center points, and you can find the quarter, and then I can take it back to the serger, start at this point, go from the point around the entire neckband and then off of the point, and we can tuck that strand back in. But I'm going to wait on that because I still have this machine in front of me, and while I do, I'm going to run the gathering stitches on the bottom of the sleeves. I am raising my needle and cutting instead of cutting it with my machine, just because I need to be able to pull on it. So now I'm pinning together this to get this all ready. So I'm going to, now it's both the seams from the sleeve cuff and the bottom of the sleeve. I'm pinning them together. I'm going to find the other end, opposite end of the sleeve cuff. I'm going to find close to the opposite end here. It's not going to give you exactly because it did gather a little bit. You could mark it beforehand if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Sometimes I will, depending on what I'm making. You can also quarter this if you want to. There and there. And pull that together. I don't know that well, maybe I will. This is a lot to gather. But I find that the more places that I'm pinned, it lays flat there. It doesn't always sit nicely. I'm going to just pull my gathering threads apart. I'm pushing this one down. Should have done this color on the other side. Pushing that down out of the way. And I'm going to trim this serger tail again, just so that it's out of the way and I'm not mistaking which thread I'm grabbing. I have this thread over here, and I have this thread over on this side because that's where I need to pull them. Put my pin back in my clip, and I'm actually clipped just above the gathering line, so that way the clip isn't holding them and not allowing that to gather. Then we pull this, and it starts to, you need to be gentle, it starts to pull these together. You're going to have to pull the fabric kind of down. I did, while the camera was off, do the other sleeve, so that one is completely gathered together. The threads are still loose. I haven't sewn it. I haven't sewn the neckband. So those are just clipped and waiting. Now you want to try to make sure these are even. You also want to make sure that, sometimes I find that the fabric tries to flip on itself. You want to make sure that it's still laying flat. while you're gathering. I think I'm going to move that over a little just to give myself a little more space to work with. All right. Now, loosen that a little bit. And that fits right along there. So now I've got my sleeves all clipped together and ready to just sew around both of these. The neckband is ready to just sew around. And I'm going to prep the waist as well, because then I can just sew and be done.